It'll take just a minute. Okay, I believe we are live. Welcome to the Hidden Shrine of Tamoachan, session number 3. So, our players find themselves in the city of Waterdeep in a rather famous inn. It's the Yawning Portal. And basically, it was started at the base of a mage tower. And this mage tower is ancient, and a long time ago, it connected to the Undermountain, and a very powerful wizard used it to plumb its depths and learn its secrets. Eventually, one thing led to another, and it fell into disrepair, and someone took it over and made it into a tavern. So the base of the Mage Tower is still there, and it still connects to the Undermountain. And adventurers can pay a gold piece to be lowered down, and a gold piece to be brought back up. And every once in a while, a party of adventurers will come, and bets are placed as to whether they will make it back or not. Most of them do not. However, every once in a while, this being a place of eating and drinking and entertainment, the members of the crowd will pay a gold piece to go down and another one to come right back up just to say they'd been to the Undermountain. So you guys are sitting around a table enjoying some fine dining as usual and some fine entertainment, and the door bursts open, and pushing his way through the crowd you see a familiar face. He's got orange hair, bald on top, white clowny makeup on with stubble growing through, kind of grease smeared, and you notice that there's a big, like, knuckle print over his left eye, and he seems to have a black clowny eye. And his clowny costume is even more disheveled this time, but he comes in and walks up to the table. He's got grease all over him. He smells horribly, and he says, for the price of a sandwich and a couple extra sandwiches for my friends, we'll give you a song and a story.
Imagine at this point we have the customary sandwich ready for him.
Yeah, Mick will buy him a raw steak to put on that eye.
And he says, "Oh, thanks so much." And he says, "Now there's 5 members of the band. They'll be coming up. Maybe you guys can swing for them." And he says, he snaps his fingers, claps his hands together, and 5 gentlemen show up with very, very wide hats that seem to be made of a stiff material that's felt. It's got like gold seams along it, gold braided cloth of some sort. And then they have these little costumes on that are, the pants come up very high and they're very stiff. And they have these little short jackets on and white shirts. And a couple of them are holding guitars, a couple of them are holding trumpets, and another one has some sort of another stringed instrument. And he says, "Hit it, boys." And they begin playing. And he says, "Well, lots happened since you saw me last. Got tossed out of yet another gig, so I'm back trying to earn my steak money. You all know me, I'm Yucko, I'm an insult comic clown down on my luck, but I've managed to recruit a band to play for me." And he says, he looks around the table, sees some new faces, and he says, "Well, perhaps we should start with some introductions." And he points over at Gorstag and says, "What's your name, what's your story, what are you doing?"
Gorstag nods at Yucko. You should know by now. I am Gorstag, Paladin of Miliki and Nature Sentinel. And I never knew you actually had a band. I'm impressed, Yucko.
You can rent them by the day. These guys are, they'll play for food mostly. And he looks next at the cat and he says, hey, what color are this cat's eyes? He looks around. Anybody? He goes, blue, because in the last session, one blew this way, one blew that way. What's your excuse?
Yeah, Mick's been having a rough life here lately, but I am Mickle Monkey Puzzles of the Wrenstalker clan, and I originally came here to find fighters to train, but yeah, at this point, I'm just looking for the quickest way home.
Likely story. And he looks, sitting next to a cat is a very big bird. And he points at the bird. He says, yeah, I know you don't talk, but introduce yourself to the crowd anyway.
Pages is sort of surprised. He's been clapping along with the band. But he turns around, clears his throat a little, and an image of a spellbook with its pages flipping by appears in front of him. And he gestures to himself and then waves hello to Yucko.
And Yucko says, yeah, this cat's got his tongue. Ha ha ha. Takes out a seltzer bottle and sprays Mick. And on the other side of the bird is yet another cat. What's a fine cat like you doing in a place like this?
I just couldn't stay away from your company, Yucko. And she'll prestidigitate a lemony fresh scent on this side of the table.
Says, wow, it smells awful in here all of a sudden. And finally he looks over and sees a couple new faces, and he looks suspiciously in Pharos' direction. He says, you better have a good explanation.
I heard tales of your comedy and I had to come see you for myself. Your tales are greatly under-exaggerated.
He says, well, so what brings you along? What besides that? Tell us about your. You tell us a little about yourself.
The lure of adventure is too strong for me to resist, and if a tiefling like me can reach the top ranks of adventurers and legends, then maybe people won't look down on me anymore.
He says, I have something really unfortunate to tell you. That's not likely. So then he looks and looks next to the final one and says, did your parents have any children that lived?
Barely. Laurelin will introduce himself to Yucko. He's a sorcerer cleric, and he's got the sign of Tempest on his shield. And he says he likes to be entertained. Continue.
And Yucko says, well, we might as well get right into the story. Ugh, my throat is a little parched. I could use some ale.
So Pages will grab a pitcher of water and cast some magic over it, and suddenly it becomes golden and bubbly. Hands it over to Yucko.
Yucko greedily gulps it down and is completely fooled. And he says, well then, I'll pick up where we left off last. This group of adventurers went to this island kind of south and west of where we are now, and he looks for the handout that he made. He says, just a minute, I got this map I gotta show you. It's difficult to explain. He's rummaging around in his clowny costume, and like a bird flies out, and like some spiders come out. And finally he goes, here it is. And he whips out this old map of the realms. And he says, if you look down in the south and west corner, you'll see the trackless sea and the shining sea. Well, splitting that right in two is this big island. And on this island, our adventurers went. And they were looking around for this hidden shrine that was supposed to have all these riches and magical weapons and gold and everything. And they had a mysterious map from a traveler at an inn. And they were looking around, and finally they were almost lost in the jungle, but they saw something in the distance that looked like it could be it. And all of a sudden, all these locals started chasing them, and they ran, and they fell through a thing in the forest floor, and then rubble poured in, and the next thing they knew, they were trapped in this structure. And he says, and they've been fighting their way through for several days. The last thing they did was get up a trapped stairway, cheating, I might add, and then they saw this big, huge beholder thing, and somebody shot an arrow at it, and it blew up, and Dungeon Master didn't get to have any fun with that because it was at a distance. So, I'm a little bit hazy on the rest of the details, and with that, you guys take over the story. Your map should change. If you can't see something, let me know.
Got it.
We have an erroneous Morthos, I believe.
Oh yeah, all of a sudden a 10d10 lightning bolt descended from the ceiling, and the Dungeon Master killed Morthos.
Oh no, our
Morthos.
sweet companion.
Can we loot his body?
I'll miss the rattle of his bones as he did everything.
All right, and then Yucko fades from view, and our characters take over the scene. Okay, so this is a spacious vaulted hall, weathered and cracked from the ravages of time. The walls are charred and scored. Scattered around the floor are several stone statues of baboon-like creatures, chipped and tipped over. The remains of a few once living baboons, partially eaten, lie nearby with fungus covering their corpses. And this is the room where they launched a arrow at this big gaseous beholder, and it blew up. They came from the north, which actually the directions are a little screwy on here, so I may mix up the directions every once in a while. And they have not explored to the south yet.
Right, and I believe I had a comprehend languages.
Yeah, I believe you did.
Question mark. Okay, I forget what ritual I did.
And Gorstag looks to the two new folk who've joined them and points out, this air has been choking us. We must move quickly.
Did you fall through the floor too?
Yes.
Yeah, you found them tied up in here. They were about ready to be thrown into a volcano or something for a sacrifice. You know how it is.
Pages has found a new method of communication, by the way. He now makes images that look sort of like ransom letters, just random illuminated letters stolen from various manuscripts. He just pops around visually.
All right.
All right, so Mick will peek around the corner here.
Mick sees more hallways branching off.
Pages will let the cats go first.
Yeah, I'll go to the further one and peek down that one.
All right.
Stealthily.
Oh, you see another hallway branching off into the distance.
Now, do any of us actually have like a light source, or do we all just have dark vision?
Dark vision for Mick.
Dark vision for Llewellyn.
Dark vision for Gorstag.
And I am also dark vision for 8 hours.
All right.
Okay.
But as we start going through these hallways, I am going to cast light, though, because we have fallen prey to some traps before, and can't take that dim light.
I'm not sure that this light's going to work with this air that's surrounding us.
Yeah, it works. It lights up.
Okay.
It is that
That
you
was just
can see that
purchase.
it's very hazy.
Yeah, so I'll hand Mick a glowing stone. Looks suspiciously like one of his teeth that fell out earlier.
Hey, I've been looking for that. All right, this one looks like it angles back toward back in the general direction of where we came from. Do we want to check it out or keep going to the other one?
Well, check this one out first so that nothing sneaks up behind us.
Pages nods.
All right. Mick will follow behind 3 Jade.
Oh, hey,
All
yeah,
right.
that looks familiar.
So 3 Jade walks, and a ramp gently slopes down from north to south. Set in the floor at 2-foot intervals are smooth stone cylinders that apparently function as rollers. So in the previous sessions, they've been trying to push a big block up this long tunnel.
Mick paws at the first one, at the top one.
It spins.
Yes. I keep pawing.
Heck, perhaps we should move.
Just a second, I almost got it.
All right.
All right, I'm tired. And I'm bored.
All right. So you guys are going down to the next
Yep.
passageway, and as you're walking south, you notice a series of faint line drawings on the walls depicting people playing a game that uses a ball and has goals on either end of the playing field. Give me just a second here. Wow, this is complicated. I was not expecting this. Sorry about this.
Sounds like we get to play Kidditch, boys.
What is this Kidditch?
Well, if we get a knock little fuzzy balls around the room, Mick's all for it.
All right. So, you see, obviously, there's some sort of a game, being played by the drawings.
And these are in the drawings in the hallway that we're currently in, or the hallway that we're coming up to?
The hallway that you're currently in is showing drawings.
Is this anything similar to the games of Common Faerun? Or is this something completely alien to us?
You could do a history check. Yeah, you've never seen anything like it. They seem to be trying to get a ball into a goal or something like that.
Mick
Can
would
I-
like to investigate the drawings, see if maybe there's a hidden switch or anything
Okay,
amongst them.
go ahead.
And these are just drawings, not relief, right?
It's faint line drawings,
I see.
and there is not a switch or anything like that you can see.
Paige is going to keep poking around.
Okay, well, I was figure out the rules of this game and what exactly they're doing.
Well, do a investigation. Okay, with that score, you can tell that there's a ball that attempts to travel from one end of the hall. So on this current map, it's the east wall, all the way to the west wall. Now, Pages, where you're at, you can see a little something extra.
Is that this notch in the wall?
Yeah, that notch. Let me show you. See if I can find it here. It looks about like this, although there's not a ball there. You can see that from a distance.
Interesting. Is it currently glowing?
It is not glowing yet.
So it does it look like that hole goes very deeply into the wall,
So
or is it just sort of?
It's just kind of stuck there. Now, Mick, you notice there's some sort of hole in the floor that you're standing on, and there's you're standing on the top of a slab, and there's looks like there's some glyphs obscured by a layer of dust.
Oh dear.
Paige just waves along the more clanky members of our party. Come on.
Mick will try and remove some of the dust, see if this glyph can be read.
Well, it is clearly writing, but unless you speak Oman, you can't read it.
Oh, Pages taps Mick on the shoulder and gestures him to move aside.
Mick jumps as far away as possible.
So Pages will use prestidigitation and clean the surface. Just all the dust just is, I don't know, sent back to the demiplane of dust.
All right.
Do I recognize these glyphs as possibly arcane glyphs?
They are writing in Oman, and it says, "Dare not open this pit unless you are willing to meet the challenge of Pelota."
All right, so to read that, I would have to touch all of the glyphs.
Okay.
For what it's worth.
Yeah, that's fine. You're able to.
Yeah, so I'll relay that. I'll create an illusion over the glyphs so that it appears like the glyphs, but they're written in common for the rest of the party.
Would Mick recognize the name Pelota?
History check. Yes, you recognize that this is a game played a long time ago on the island that you're currently on, involving a ball and 2 goals.
All right. I will share that information with the rest of the party.
And basically, what you're looking at is there's a slight depression in the floor there and some sort of a stone placed on top of it, capping it off.
Mick's gonna go this way. He's gonna check the hall for traps as he goes.
Okay.
Pages is going to look more at this stone. Does it look like a separate piece, like you can remove the stone?
Possibly. Mick, you're not seeing any traps at all. You do notice in the distance, right about here, a rubber ball on the floor. Give me just a second. There you go. You see a rubber ball.
How large is it?
Oh, it's not very big. It's about melon-sized, like a cantaloupe.
Oh, yes, I will viciously swat it.
Okay, you swat it, and something happens.
It rolls.
The ball rolls, but then it goes, flies through the air, and flies into that little notch on the wall there. And it glows briefly.
Pages drops prone.
And with that, we will roll initiative.
This is not the game I was thinking it would be.
Well, that's not doing what I want it to. Alright, is everybody rolled? Okay, well, let's see. It bounces off the wall and flies forward and strikes out viciously at Pages. Oops, did that wrong. Just a sec.
Is this a ranged attack or a melee attack?
Melee.
Oh no! Prone was the wrong thing to do.
Yep. So 21.
That'll hit.
And it does, let's see, a little bit of damage. It does 1 point of bludgeoning damage. And then bounces up and flies over the top of your head. Let's see.
Can I attempt to catch it?
Yeah, you probably could because it did fly out of your range, and actually it tried to fly out at 3 Jade's range too.
I'm gonna swat it.
Alright. You missed.
Let's see. What would I do? An unarmed strike?
I'm gonna say an athletics to try to grab it, right?
Okay. I grab the rapier.
Mm-hmm. And it successfully flies by. And Mick, it's your turn.
Or Gorstag?
Oh,
Or,
wait.
no, I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you just meant in order of flying down the corridor.
Nope.
Mixed turn, yeah, I get it.
Okay, Mick's using his kitty zoomies, 5, 10, 15, 20. And I will use the help action to assist Gorstag as he does his more melee thing on the ball. I guess it's an enemy at this point.
Yep, it seems to be moving in a direction with purpose.
You just grab his hand and spit in it and be like, that'll help.
Here you go, kid.
Pages, your turn.
All right. Pages will stand back up. And he will... Oh, he doesn't have Mage Hand. Womp womp. Will investigate the hole that it came out of and take a search action.
Okay.
Is this hole still glowing, or was it just the ball that was glowing?
The hole is now glowing, as well as the ball.
Okay. Is there any runes that I can notice, or anything particularly of note? Pages will poke his dagger a little bit in the hole, see if it's still a hole or if there's something else in there.
It seems to be perfectly the shape of the ball that bunked into your head.
I see. And there's some magic connecting them, obviously.
Must be.
All right, well, that's my turn.
All right. Pharaohs, your turn.
I will move 30 feet, take out my greatsword, kind of like try to hold it like a bat, and try to hit the ball with the blunt side of it and try to get it into the other side of the hole, like some sort of combination of baseball, golf.
Which hole?
There was another hole at the other side of this hallway, right?
Uh-huh.
Can I try to, like, golf, baseball, hit it into that hole?
If you're able to, you'd make a melee attack, and then we'll do athletics check and figure out how far you're able to hit it. Oh, yeah. Okay, so we'll go 3 times your athletics roll in feet. So it goes, it bounces up, goes about 20 feet, 5, 10, 15, 20 past Mick. Like that. Propelled down the hall a bit.
I don't have a bonus action, so that's my turn.
Okay, Laurelin, your turn.
Interesting. He'll move right here. He can't get to it. He'll take the dodge action.
Alright. Gorstag, your turn.
Gorstag is just going to try to take 2 swings at it.
Okay.
First one with advantage from Mick's help.
Okay. That hits. Where are you wanting to... Are you going to try to hit it with... to injure it, or...?
I'm just trying to destroy this ball.
Okay.
That attacked Pages.
That does
The
not...
will of the rubber
let's see, is that a... Yeah, that definitely hits it, and hurts it, you can tell.
Does anything happen to it?
No.
Alright, he is somewhat confused. Pharaoh's trying to knock it down the hall. He'll try with his second swing. He'll try to knock it down the hall, too.
Okay. Okay, that's definitely a hit. roll an athletics check to see how far it goes. So we'll say that it goes an additional 48 feet down the hall, so almost 50. So it goes 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. All right, anything else?
That's it.
Okay. 3 Jade, your turn.
Yeah, you can do the spacebar thing. It'll make it easier to count as well. If you press spacebar while you're moving a token, it'll use the ruler.
Oh, okay. Very nice.
Okay, that is too far. I'm going to move a little bit down the hallway, and I'm going to ready an action to bat it down the hall if it comes back this way.
All right. Well, it's my turn. And the ball seems to cackle with glee. And it moves 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet and locks into the hole. And it now starts glowing. Mick, your turn.
Well, that doesn't sound like it went our way. All right, Mick is going to stay where he's at and ready in action to swat at it if it comes back towards us.
All right. Pages, your turn.
All right, so Pages will go 30 feet. And then he will also ready in action to hit it to the west.
Okay. Pharaohs, your turn.
Does Pages see while he was still there at this hole? Did Pages see if it started like glowing more or less after that ball went into that hole?
Nope.
Oh, that's a good point.
What happened was, as soon as that ball connected into this hole over here, that hole started to glow and the other one went dark.
So Pharaohs will move up 30 feet and once again take up a batting position to try and hit the ball back to the left.
Okay. Laurelin, your turn.
20, 25. He'll move to here and he'll ask, are we trying to destroy the ball? What are we actually trying to do? He'll ask the rest of the party.
It seemed awfully happy when it got into. I can't see where the niche is over here, but when it got into its little pocket over here. Usually, if things that come flying at us are happy, that makes me sad.
Oh, and by the way, as soon as it went into the hole, some drums beat triumphantly in the distance.
Yeah, we don't want triumphant drums. Let's put it in the other hole.
Okay. And Lorenzo will take a dodge action.
All right. Gorstag, your turn.
So are we trying to keep it from crossing our paths again, or are we trying to knock it back behind us?
Mick votes we knock it behind us.
Yeah, I'm going to try to knock it behind us.
Okay, then Gorstag will ready an attack to try to knock it the other direction.
All right. And 3 Jade.
Okay, well, I guess I will run up using Kitty Zoomies.
But it's not like we hit the ball. Did we hit the ball into the socket, or did it sort of like move into the socket?
It moved into the socket.
Oh.
And I'm
Then
going to
I
ready
think
an action if it comes past to bat it back down the hall where we came from.
Oh. Pages is confused.
All right. It's the ball's turn. On its turn, magic missiles erupt from little holes in the wall surrounding the goal and strike each of you. Let's see. Gorstag, you take 4. Mick, you take 4. Pages, you take 2. 3 Jade, you take 5. Pharos, you take 3. And Laurelin, you take 2. And it now starts moving down the hall. It goes.
Pages squawks in pain. Starts gesturing to move the ball to the left.
25, 30. Quick bounces off the wall and strikes out at 3 Jade.
Okay, well, I get to take my swat at it.
Well, it hasn't passed you yet. Oh, I guess you did ready in action. Okay.
I did.
Yeah, that's right.
And that is my readied action. I'm going to try to knock it down the hall.
Which way?
Back the way we came from, towards the right to us.
Okay.
South, I guess, on this map.
All right. So that hits. Let's see. And it goes towards the other end of the hall. However, it also crit you. So you get that plus that. 3 points of damage. And
Ouch.
your swing moves it 15 feet down the hall. 5, 10, 15. And it's Mick's turn.
All right. Mick did not move last turn, so he will use his cat speed 15, 20. Moves here, and he will attempt to use his rapier to knock it this way.
Okay.
Oh no. Pages does not like this plan.
Let's see. You actually missed.
All right, that's my turn. Or I will give I'll give Bardic Inspiration to Pharos.
Notably, you notice that the ball seems to not have been injured at all now. Pages, your turn.
Pages does not like the idea of the ball coming towards him, and B didn't like what happened when we sent the ball in the same direction that it was continuing last time. Pages will cast magic missile.
Okay.
All 3 darts at the ball, trying to push it west.
Okay.
And then Pages will move up.
Okay. It is pushed 15 feet to the west. All right. Roll your damage, if you would. All right. Pharos, your turn.
So the balls seemed happy when it went this way, or it seemed happy when it
When it went where it was going.
Well, that was the last time. We haven't seen anything this time.
So I will move up 30 feet, ready in action to swat the ball left because it seems to be going right, and it seems better to move it left for now.
All right. Laurelin, your turn.
He's going to dash there into turn.
All right. Gorstag.
Gorstag would like to try to just use an action to think to see if he can figure out this game and which way the ball should be going.
Okay. Insight. You're pretty sure that the ball initially wanted to go left, and it was successful, and now it wants to go right.
Okay. And I'm like, okay, folks, poke it left. And that was his action, so he'll just move next to it, and that'll be his turn.
All right. 3 Jade, your turn.
Okay, I'll poke it left.
All right, swing. You missed.
That's it for me. I'm just going to stand right here.
All right.
Watch it with that rapier.
It's my turn. Let's see. The ball is going to take a disengage action and go 5, flying overhead. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Gorstag will use a sentinel reaction, which ignores disengage.
Okay. That hits. And it would move it...
it stops it in place.
Stops it in place. Okay. All right. Mick, your turn.
All right. Mick doesn't understand all these crazy games, but I will go here and take a poke with my rapier. Try and knock it to the left.
Okay.
Mick thought he understood balls. You hit it, and it
Yeah.
rolls.
And it rolls 5, 10, 15 feet.
All right, that's my turn.
Pages, your turn.
All right. Pages will move up 30 feet and ready in action to sort of bump it to one of his more athletically inclined teammates if it were to approach him.
Okay. Pharos, your turn.
Ferris would like to move up to the ball and try to knock it into the leftmost goal.
Okay. Swing if you would. Pow! Goes right into the
Again,
goal.
wow.
And lights up. And the drums play triumphantly, but they sound a little bit different. Anything
Closer
else?
to us, perhaps?
Well, they just sound different. They sound triumphant, but maybe it's a different marching band.
I guess the real question is, what magic missiles do we get this time?
All right. Laurelin, your turn.
Fireballs for everyone. This time.
Yeah.
He will dash to here. End of turn.
All right. Gorstag, your turn.
He will move forward 5, 10, 15, and ready in action to hit the ball if the ball comes back out of the little hole.
All right. 3 Jade, your turn.
Okay. Well, I don't know how balls work now either. I'm just gonna go over and stab it and see what happens.
All right. You hit it. Nothing seems to happen.
Okay, that's it then.
All right. The ball lights up briefly, bounces off the floor, and tries to slam into Three Jade's cat face. Missing. And then continues 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So Gorstag had a ready to action
Okay.
to attack it if it got in front of it.
Okay. So he was right there. And that hits, and it knocks it back into the goal. And you hear a ding, ding, ding.
Woo!
And then the drums beat again triumphantly. And at that point, the ball deanimates and drops to the floor. So the ball is now inert, and then the drums are triumphant briefly, and then the area is silent.
Now there was another stone ball, and then words about the pit, right?
Yeah, there were words over the pit. The ball dropped, and now the goal in the wall is now glowing orange, which is different than you saw before.
I'll go back and investigate it. Check it for traps, make sure it's not going to shoot us, see what's going on.
Actually, it's the pit right by you, and investigation, so it shows a small pouch made of fish skin that holds 10 pink pearls worth 20 gold pieces each, a topaz and a shell necklace worth 50 gold pieces, and a whistle made of an eagle's bone with a feather decoration. It appears to be very magical.
Oh, what kind of feathers?
It is
Eagle
some
feathers?
sort of a weird bird.
Mick tries to stuff the ball in his backpack.
All right. You're able to do that?
Awesome.
And you said it's a whistle, right?
Yep. It appears to be some sort of a magic whistle.
Pages will grab the whistle if anyone lets him. Walk a couple feet away from the group out of courtesy and blow the whistle. See what happens.
All right, you blow the whistle. Let me see what happens. Well, while you were blowing it, you flew off the ground briefly.
Ah! As soon as that happens, Pages will be surprised and stop blowing.
All right.
Pages seems rather excited. He hasn't really been able to fly before.
Mick is also excited because he loves his new toy.
It's a ball. It's like a laser pointer. All right. Okay, so you guys are done with that.
Is this a door that we see?
It sure is.
All right. Mick will listen to it, see if he hears anything on the other side.
You hear nothing and like it.
Actually, now that I think about it, how does a bird blow a whistle?
That's a
Carefully,
good
I
question,
guess.
yeah.
Just hold it up to one nostril and
Mick will attempt to mage hand the door open.
It easily opens, revealing another room. Give me just a sec here, and I'll reveal Z. All right. It opens.
Spiky.
What's that?
It's spiky.
Yeah, there's a statue there. So, the oddly shaped room is decorated in a cat motif. The center of the southeastern wall, which would be actually to the right, because the directions are screwed up, is carved to resemble the face of a snarling tiger with hollow eyes. Near the center of the room is a stuffed tiger posed as if on prowl. The tiger's left ear has been torn off, leaving a jagged scar on the head. Also near the middle of the room stands the stone statue of a tiger-headed man holding a spear. In several other spots on the floor are stuffed domestic cats in various poses, sitting, stalking, pouncing, and one is begging, pawing the air. One of these cats is in the center of the room, has been knocked over and chewed on. Its stuffing has fallen out. Hung on the walls are several skins of lions and leopards, tiger heads, and a cat of nine tails along the northern edge of the chamber, and a large stone calendar is mounted on the wall above the stone table or altar. The statue of the cat man depicts a tall human male with 2 extra sets of nipples. He seems to be wearing a tiger-faced mask and is clad only in a loincloth. I think I saw a movie like this once. It's Yucko came in and said that. Let's see. A jagged scar runs across the left side of his chest, above the heart, and his chest is sunken and bony. The spear is stone-hafted, but bears a silvery head. I will show you what it looks like here. I have a handout for you. There you go. That's what it looks like.
And is that what's here?
It's more right here. And then the other ones are just kind of statues kind of all over the place.
And then you also said there's an altar and a calendar?
Yeah, that's so the let's see, where is that? That's why I read it. Let's see.
So the calendar was on the southeast wall?
Yeah, the northwest wall.
So it's a little thing next to Mick.
Hold on a second. Let me read this again here. Yeah, large stone mounted on the wall. That's the one next to Mick. That's a large stone calendar above a stone table or altar.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll start looking at the big guy with the spear, see if he's anyone I know, if he looks familiar or anything. And just, I don't know, just checking out in general.
All right.
Mick wants nothing to do with this room. I listen. I guess this is a door.
Yeah. You want to listen there?
Yes, please.
All right. You really don't hear anything at all. Just it sounds like the rest of the dungeon. You know, every once in a while you hear some drips or something like that. But it's pretty quiet.
Okay. Mick will take a step back and try and mage hand this door open.
All right. The door opens, revealing a passage beyond. Let me tell you what it is here.
I got a bad feeling about this room, guys.
The passage leads towards a set of double bronze doors bearing the engraved face of a jaguar god. On both walls of the corridor are carved to represent the 2 lines of warriors in profile. holding holding hatchet-headed polearms and facing the western doors, which would be, well, now they're saying it right. These figures are painted with vivid, lifelike colors: red, black, white, green, and yellow.
Jaguar gods. I like this. These people know how to treat a cat.
They seem to.
Looks like good people this way.
Pages will take a look in. Does he recognize what this god might be? Or any legends of cat gods?
Do a religion check. Some sort of a god that the Omen people worshipped at some point.
I see. I'll take a look at the jaguar statue as well, the jaguar man statue. Does it look like is this spear, well, since it has a different material on the tip, is the whole spear a different part of the statue?
It seems like the statue was made and then the spear was put into its hand.
Does the spear move if I touch it? Can I start removing it?
You could if you want to. It does move.
And with my knowledge of magic, it doesn't look like this statue is like just a petrified cat person, right?
It's difficult to say. I mean, this kind of a weird room. There are like cats all over the place. It's hard to say.
Dead cats. Room full of dead cats, guys.
Yeah, I guess I'll investigate some of the things that have the stuffing teared out of them.
Okay.
Is there anything that what do I think? Does it look like some animal was like chewing at them and tearing them apart with like teeth, or does it look like they were purposely cut with like a bladed object?
Investigation reveals that some of them appear to have been torn with teeth, and some appear to have been slashed with objects. Now let's see you look at the stuffed tiger, and there appears to be a large number of gold pieces inside the stuffing.
Oh, I'll start taking those.
All right. You were able to collect quite easily 500 gold pieces.
Oh.
Hey guys, down here, perfectly good cat worshippers this way.
Yeah, I think I'm going to start moving towards that door.
All right.
I go out in the hallway, sure.
No me gusta dead cats.
All right. All right. So you guys are progressing and moving on.
Do any of these doors have any sort of writing or labeling or, God's forbid, arcane glyphs?
There doesn't appear to be anything on the wall like that.
And then also this calendar, is there anything, how hard would it be to try and figure out where we are on the calendar and if there's anything special about that?
Do a perception check. Okay, so the calendar, a great wheel of stone, is carved from limestone. In the center of the calendar is the symbol of a sun surrounded with various sigils depicting seasons of the year. The stone is 10 feet across and mounted 5 feet above the floor over a stone altar. On the altar rests a ceremonial dagger of flint and a jade statue of a cat. At the foot of the altar is a stuffed cat, posed as if begging or attempting to catch something in the air.
That just ain't right.
And you're able to, kind of looking around, looking a little closer, you're able to see that the calendar is held on the wall, and there's a little bit of a gap between the stone and something behind it. Appears to be a passage behind the stone calendar.
Oh, interesting. But if I try and tug on it, does it move? And I'll also look for like an activation mechanism.
So you're pulling on it. It does not go pulling on it.
Right. And then are there any other typical secret door opening mechanisms, like pushing a brick here or twist one of the statues on the altar?
Well, you did pull on the calendar. You did not push on the calendar. Hint, hint.
I will try pushing on the calendar.
You push on the calendar, and a door opens.
Pages claps his hands in glee and squawks a little to bring the rest of the party's attention. Points inside this presumably dark passageway. After you, he gestures.
There are still some objects on the stone statue, or on the stone altar. There's a dagger and a figurine and a stuffed cat.
Well, I'll pick up the figurine. That looks interesting.
It appears to be very valuable. It is made of jade and weighs 9 pounds.
Cool. Stick it in my pack.
3 jade is now 4 jade.
Yeah, exactly.
Pages will take the stuffed cat.
All right.
Now, are these previously alive cats that were then stuffed after life, or are these more like stuffed animals sort of things?
No, these were like once live cats, and they are now stuffed.
All right, Pages will put that in his pack.
All right. There's still a dagger on the altar. It appears to be magical. Some sort of a sacrificial knife.
Let's see. We probably don't want to take the time to cast a ritual. I'll like scoop it into a pouch.
All right.
If no one else is going for it.
I definitely don't want anything involved in sacrificing cats. That's not really a thing that I want in my life.
Sacrificial daggers sound like bad juju. But there's no way we're not taking it.
All right. What would you like to do?
Anything special in this corridor that we've revealed?
There's
Looks like a door at the end.
Yep.
All right, Mick will come up and I guess listen to the door.
Listening, you hear nothing unusual that you haven't heard before.
All right. In typical fashion, take a couple steps back and try and mage hand it open.
All right. It opens easily. Give me a sec. There it goes. Pow! Revealing another corridor. Behind the concealed entrance is a narrow tunnel that slants down and away. That's what you were in. The passage was barely 4 feet wide in diameter, and the walls were carved with a profusion of ancient and weird glyphs. The floor of the tunnel is slick with molten glassy glaze. Let's see, the tunnel opens out 2 or 3 feet above a corridor running north and south, or east and west as you see it. 3 exits are visible, one at either end of the hallway, and a set of double doors at the midpoint of the western wall. The door to the north is barred, though it appears to have no latch. The image of a bear holding a disc of obsidian is set in its face. The lintel of the door is carved in the form of entwined serpents. The southern door is plated in bronze. Etched on it is a symbol of 2 circles joined. The path leading up to it has a depression in the stone floor, as though it has been worn smooth by the passage of countless feet. So the southern door being the one that is right there.
So I'm sensing some sun and anti-sun motifs here, with the sun on the calendar and the dark obsidian in the bear's hands, and then 2 conjoined circles.
Yep. The floor in front of the central doorway is sunken and glazed. Affixed across the double doors is a golden seal 1 foot in diameter with ancient glyphs scribed into it. To open this door, it appears that the golden seal must be broken. Ancient glyphs are scribed on the seal. To either side of the lintel of the door are barely discernible scratches, and brown stains stipple the wall and floor.
Pages will start looking. You said there were glyphs on the floor of the walls right after you described the molten glass. And is the molten glass in the little sloping hallway, or the bigger hallway?
It's in the sloping hallway.
Okay, so Pages will start investigating those glyphs. He has to touch them to read them.
All right. Some are Olman curses, cautioning and cursing trespassers. Others are arcane symbols of abjuration.
Pages squawks and gestures for Mick to come back. Pages is going to take a little bit more careful time looking over those symbols and what they might indicate.
They are curses, basically saying if you enter here, you're going to be in deep doo-doo. It was hidden for a reason.
But yet, worn away by countless feet.
And it does it does slope down, and our goal is to go up.
But 3 unopened doors.
There's a perfectly good unopened door with cat worshippers.
That's right.
They gotta be good folk.
Well, I mean, Mick didn't die going into that room, so I guess Pages will try and read the seal on the door as well, really quick.
In Olman, it says, "Beware, beyond this door is death." And there's a gold seal across it.
Well, I'm not breaking that seal just yet. Is anyone else doing anything while Pages is poking around?
I guess I'll go check out the thing at the far end. There, I'll take a look at that.
All right, it is a door that has been barred.
Barred from this side.
Yep.
So probably this way, if it's barred from this side, then, the other side is the safe side. Like, they don't want whatever's in there getting into here, so this side's good.
Pages will investigate the south door then. You said this is the one with conjoined circles as its symbol?
Yes, the southern door is plated in bronze. Etched on it is a symbol of two circles joined. The path leading up to it has a depression in the stone, as though it has been worn smooth by the passage of countless feet. It's basically two circles interlocked.
And where was the bear with the obsidian disc?
Um,
Or there was something with an obsidian disc in this hallway, I think.
I think it
Where's
was the
this?
door next to 3 Jade.
I thought in this three-doored hallway you described something
the door
with an
to the
obsidian
north,
circle.
which is by
3 Jade.
3 Jade, is barred, though it seems to have no latch. The image of a bear holding a disc of obsidian is set into its face. The lintel of the door is carved in the form of entwined serpents. It appears to open outward.
So this door through which we came, was
Mhm.
is it visible from the hall, or does it look like it was a secret?
No,
This-
that one wasn't secret. It's clear. Nobody made any effort to hide that.
Okay. You know, Mick thinks that that whole certain death thing was just a bluff, and it'll get him far away from that creepy cat room. So
There's a seal on the door, which appears to be easy to break.
yeah, Mick
Like a
will
wax
break
seal or a clay seal?
It's like a gold fabric of some sort.
it. Yeah, Mick will. Okay, well, where Mick is standing, is that one of the depressed areas that looks like lots of feet have walked on it?
No, that's
the
over by
depressed area is
Pages.
over by Pages. And also were there any arcane runes amidst the seal?
The seal, there were not arcane runes. It was just the message.
I see.
All right, Mick will break the seal.
Okay, everybody stop moving your characters. So, you break the seal, surprisingly easy to break. And let's see. 2 crossbows fire out of the ceiling at 3 Jade. Let's see. 1.
In this case, curiosity killed the other cat.
2 fire at her. A 10 and an 18. 18 hits, dealing 9 points of piercing damage. 2 crossbows fire out of the ceiling at Pages.
Oh no.
A 20 and a 9. I believe the 20 hits, dealing 10 damage.
Oh no.
And a crossbow fires out of the ceiling at Mick. Dealing, and that's a 16 to hit Mick. Yep. Dealing 10 points of damage. And the door opens. Revealing something.
Hey, looky there.
Beyond the door is a pillared porch overlooking a chamber that contains a model of a city. Arranged on the porch are numerous clay statues of guards holding bronze-headed spears. The face of each statue is different, as if they were modeled from different subjects. Next to each statue is a small glazed clay pot. The walls are decorated with highly colored frescoes depicting a royal court in ceremonial garb and a king arrayed with his armies. There is a chill in the chamber beyond, like that of a brisk winter morning. In the center of the room is an enormous tarnished copper raft, crafted to resemble a dragon bearing a copper coffin. The raft is afloat on a sea of silvery white flowing metal, fed by several rivers that trail along the floor of the room. The flowing liquid appears to be cool. Between the waterways, stepped pyramid temples rise skyward in mute worship of the gods of ancient Ulman. 3 of the pyramids appear to have tops that can be removed. In the rest of the area, a royal complex sprawls across verdant fields and courtyards, and ringed marketplaces dot the miniature country courtside, or the miniature countryside. There is a blight on this spectacle, however, for several of the models have been smashed and melted. So you're seeing basically an ancient city.
Pages will drink a potion.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'm going to follow Paige's example.
So Pharaoh would have heard the crossbow bolts and he said he rushes into the room saying like, where's the enemy?
3 Jade, you're missing a point on your potion, so I think you heal 9.
All right. What we need to do is take just
yes, thank you.
make a about a 10-minute bio break. I have to figure something out. So come back at about 1:32. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right.
Sure.
Anyone else got some healing for me?
I got another potion if you want one.
Mick has potions that he would give one to Pages and one to 3 Jade.
Oh, I've got 10.
I've got a couple more potions. I was just wondering if there were healing that was easier to come by.
Yes, Lorelin will provide one each for 3 Jade. Here's one for 3 Jade.
Ah, thank you.
And here's one for Pages.
Much obliged.
Yep.
And since I'm a wizard, I'm practically now at full. So the new folks, Laurelin and Pharos, what are your sort of go-to tactics, or what your characters seem to be doing?
Lorlin's a sorcerer cleric, so he's more support.
Oh, yep.
Yep.
Pharaoh is a tiefling barbarian and he has the wolf hunter ability, so when he rages, all melee combatants within 5 feet of my enemy get advantage on their attacks.
Yeah, nice.
That's melee attacks only, though, right?
Melee attacks only, so I kind of have like pack tactics whenever I rage.
Okay.
Yeah, my character Ferris probably doesn't do so well in dungeons.
I mean, just the barbarian advantage on dex saves thing is quite a nice dungeon feature. And we've had some combats in this dungeon. But luckily we have a number of control spells of those, although our slots are dwindling at this point because we haven't had a short rest since we've gotten into the dungeon.
Yeah, this one's a weird dungeon to even try to get rest in, huh? With the poison.
Yeah, well, the problem is every time we would take an hour, we take another hit of the poison, which would probably still make a short rest worth it, but I'm afraid of getting exhaustion if we push it too far. I don't really know. So far, it's only given us damage.
You guys don't have antitoxins?
The poison seems quite omnipresent in the air.
Because my character just finished Lost Mines of Phandelver, and ever since the dragon attack, he always carries at least one antitoxin on him.
The antitoxin just cures like the poison condition, though, right? Or does it? Does it do anything to poison damage? I don't know.
You get advantage on saves against the poison condition, I think.
Yeah, we've just been taking poison damage.
Alright, ready check. If you're here, you're here. Let's go.
Pages is ready.
Alright, so it's Gorstag, Pharos, Mick, Vjard, Laurelin, Pages. I think that's everybody, right? Alright. So, you guys find yourself overlooking this strange map room. There are 3 pyramids. One here, one here, one here, and there is a porch with pillars that's overlooking this. In the center is a copper boat with a copper coffin, and there's kind of liquid metal in the kind of flowing into a lake in the center there.
Well, let's see. Pages will start looking at
Okay.
this map. Does it?
Everybody stop moving your
Uh-oh.
tokens. Pages stepped through the
dang.
door, and
Yep.
something happened.
Of course it did.
Okay, so now I get to have a lot of fun. Okay, boom! As soon as you stepped through the door, the red square is a wall of fire that completely blocks the northern passage. And unfortunately, our wonderful cat is trapped in that wall. So before we do anything, I need a dexterity saving throw from poor Mick. DC 17. Oh no! So, immediately, you caught fire, and now you guys can no longer see Pages or know what's going on in there. So, Mick, 18 fire damage before we started anything.
Ouch.
Now, give me
Holy
just a
smokes.
second here. I need to do something else here. Just
Is that
so-
area still on fire?
It is still on fire. There is a wall of fire there.
Oh, okay.
And an unconscious burning cat.
You best pull him out. And you guys can no longer see what's going on in the room or here. Now, for everybody else, I need, give me just a second here. And Pages, some stuff is going to happen, and you gotta play along.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, behind you, in the up the corridor towards the center of the room, you see the were-jaguar come to life and spring to life, surprising everyone. Obviously, our friend Pages doesn't see that. And okay. So I get a little surprise round. First thing that happens, you guys don't know yet, but somebody knows. Let's see, what does he do? he does this, and then does this. With advantage, misses the first one. And hits the second one. And this also happens. Total of 21 bludgeoning.
Oh no!
Okay. And the fire is roaring. Roaring, roaring, roaring. And then something else happens. Rah. Let's see. What does he do? He pounces at poor at the first person in line there.
Okay.
And he does this. Kapow! I believe that probably misses you.
Yep.
And then it attacks again. I believe that misses as well. And now we're at the top of the initiative order with Laurelin. What would you like to do?
Can he recognize this thing at all? I don't know.
It's the statue that you saw before.
And it's just some kind of a cat creature?
Yep.
Okay. He'll just take a swing at him.
Alright. And let's see, I believe that misses. Yeah, okay. It does. Anything else?
Let me see here. Yeah, he'll bonus action. On our little cat friend over here.
Can he see the cat through the flames?
Probably not.
That wall's only a foot thick, though, right? So he could see part of him?
Yeah, I guess you can see his little tail. The tip of his tail isn't burnt. You see like a bald cat tail that's blistering and cracking and turning black.
Okay.
But just the end has hair, so yes.
Okay. And then Laurelin will say, somebody drag him out. End of turn.
Alright. Now it's my turn. Something is going to happen. It's a miss. And a miss. And Pages, it's your turn.
All right, so Pages is going to take the rope that's tied around his waist and cast Rope Trick.
Okay.
And ascend up into an extra dimensional space.
Nice. Okay. So you're up there. You can't be really targeted or anything, right?
Attacks and spells cannot cross the entrance, but creatures can.
He's going to follow you up.
Since it's only a 3x5 foot window, I guess I could attempt to block the creature from crawling up after me.
Okay. All right.
That's all I got.
Okay. 3 Jade, your turn.
Okay.
Oh, and the other, I just want to take a quick look. Were there any glyphs on this side of the door?
I don't believe so, no.
Okay.
Alright, I will have to use a Kitizumi to get to there, and I will fire the bow at the jaguar thing.
Okay. Oh, that hits.
So that should be 19.
Okay.
And then I'm going to scooch out of the way, because I got a little movement left.
Okay. Gorstag, your turn.
Gorstag will step up. If there's a bit of Mick's tail
Uh-huh.
that's not in the fire, he's going to grab it and try to pull Mick out of the fire.
Okay.
And the tail comes off.
Crispy.
Do
And
a...
we'll drag him back over there.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I yell, Pharaoh, save pages.
There's still a very big thing of fire.
Yep. And that's that.
I can hear him say that, right?
You probably wouldn't be able to hear that because the fire is, it's just roaring.
All right, that's the end of his turn.
Pharos, your turn.
I break the fire and try to crack open the door.
All right,
you pull it off its hinges, whatever I have to do.
You step into the fire and notice immediately that there is no door, that the door is open. But as soon as you stepped into the fire, I need a dexterity saving throw.
I have advantage because of danger sense.
All right, good enough. So you take half of this. You take 11 fire damage.
I take half of it again because tieflings are resistant.
Okay, so 6. So you notice that there is no door there, and you can see into the room and see this creature-looking thing.
I yell out, "Oh my god, the purple thing ate him."
And Pages is actually not visible here.
So I will... do I still have an action to engage this creature?
Okay.
I will not rage. I'm just going to make 2 attacks.
Okay. Let's see. Both of them hit. Okay. And
it takes an extra D4 necrotic damage.
Okay. So it's okay. All right.
That's my turn.
Okay. Mick, your turn.
All right. Am I still on fire?
Let me see.
Just to let you
No,
know,
it
my
burnt.
wife.
Go ahead.
I just said my wife in the background cracked up at hearing that question.
You are not still on fire. It burnt up all of the usable material on you. And it's, now that you're out of it, you're not on fire anymore.
All right. Then Mick will stand up, brush some of the ash off of him. As a bonus action, he will cast Healing Word on himself. And then, as his action, can I see the Catman up there?
Yeah, you can.
From here? Okay,
Yep.
then I will viciously mock him and inform him that his mother was an alley cat.
All right. It's a whiz save, right? Makes it.
And he made that. So yeah, that's my turn.
Now it's my turn. He is going to, let's see, he's going to swing. Two claws. 19 to hit for 10 slashing, and a crit for another 12 on poor Laurelin.
Okay. Ouch.
Laurelin, your turn.
Um. He's going to try this first, second, third. Oh crap!
I'm assuming on the guy. Yeah, one of them hit.
Yep.
All right.
End of turn.
Okay. All right, my turn again. My guy looks at Pharos and has chosen a new target. 1, 2. I believe both of those missed.
Correct.
Okay. Pages, your turn. You're up in a extra dimensional space.
All right, so Pages will take an action to summon his owl familiar to undismiss him.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. 3 Jade, your turn.
Okay, same thing. Pop back, shoot it.
That hits.
Okay, 15, and then go back in the corner.
Is that a magical bow?
It is sadly not.
Okay. It does not appear to have been as effective as you thought it would be. Gorstag, your turn.
Gorstag shouts to Pharos, "Do you need any help down there?"
Do I hear him?
You wouldn't hear him, actually.
All right. Then I will step in so I can get a shot at that guy with a javelin because I can't get up there. And that's a non-magical javelin that goes clinking down the hall, and then we'll move back away from the fire.
All right.
Can't you try to castle yourself with Laurelin so you can tank?
End of turn.
Okay. Pharos, your turn.
Same thing as last time, 2 swings.
Oh, yeah. Both hit. So 18 plus 28. And then that is enough. You see this thing turn back into a puddle of goo on the floor.
I start sifting through the goo, like trying to look for the remains of pages.
With the creature destroyed, Pages will poke his head out and squawk at Pharos from above.
All right.
Another monster.
Well, just a sec here. All right. Mick, your turn.
All right. Would Mick recognize the Catman up top and possibly know his a weakness of his?
Probably if you did a nature check with advantage, because you are a cat. Yes, you recognize that this is some sort of a hybrid human jaguar that is vulnerable to silver.
All right, and Mick will move over here and hand 3 Jade his sling and those silver sling bullets that we found last time.
All right.
And as a bonus action, give her bardic inspiration.
All right.
And that ends his turn. Oh, actually, I'll move up here, but that ends his turn.
My turn. Now wants to claw twice. Pow. Pow. All right. So let's see. Laurelin is AC 19. Yep.
Yeah, he's gonna shield.
Okay. So misses. The cat howls out in frustration. Laurelin, your turn.
Orland's going to cast Booming Blade on this attack. He will bring forth another weapon and miss.
What is tell me about Booming Blade.
It's ineffective if I don't hit, but it would have. He takes the damage if he moves.
Okay.
And then he's gonna step back to right here.
And he's going to do a opportunity attack.
Yes.
And that misses. All right. My doppelganger is dead. Pages, your turn.
Pages will slide down on the rope a little and cast Minor Illusion, which I don't have to see the destination of that to cast. So I'll cast it in the northern hallway, or where I estimate the northern hallway to be, unless it suddenly disappeared in flame. We're okay over here. Glowing letters will appear in the air.
All right.
And that's going to be my turn.
3 Jade, your turn.
Okay, I will pop over and sling a silver sling bullet at that guy.
All right. Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, yeah. And there's... Oh, no, there shouldn't be sneak attack. Never mind. So it's just 9.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I'll scooch back.
Gorstag, your turn.
Gorstag will scooch past Laurelin into the hallway and will swing at this creature.
Okay. Hit.
And,
Hit.
Use his last smite. So just 12.
So 18 plus 5 is 23.
Correct.
All right. Okay. Pharos.
Do I see any levers in here that would be indicative of, like, turning off this fire trap here?
No.
In that case, I will go and investigate the sarcophagus.
You're too far away. No, meaning you're not up close enough.
Can I cross this puddle, or?
Sure. You step into the puddle, and as soon as you touched it, it becomes obvious that this is a very hot liquid, and it does 2 points of fire damage to you. So investigating the coffin/boat. What are you trying to do?
I'm trying to see if there's any like clues here as to like see if there's a way to like, is there like a riddle to like turn off the fire trap, or is this just like some kind of like treasure chest?
Roll an investigation. You found nothing of use.
I will use my last 2 spaces of movement to back out of the hot liquid.
Okay. Sounds good. Mick, your turn.
Okay, Mick moves up. 5, 10, 15. Can I cross there without getting scorched again?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can move on the diagonal or whatever. No worries.
All right, so move up there. Attempt to viciously mock the Catman.
All right. Let's see how he does. Let's see. Vicious mock. Fails it.
Alrighty, then he'll keep on moving over here. That ends his turn.
All right. Now it's my turn. Where Jaguar decides to... Let's see. What does he want to do? Disengage and go 5, 10, 15, 20.
Gorstag will take his Sentinel reaction again,
Okay. That hits.
Oh, nice.
which renders his movement 0.
All right. So he's still there. And let's see. I think that's all he can do. Laurelin, your turn.
Okay, he will launch a firebolt.
All right, that hits.
Well, no, he'll stay there.
All right. Pages, your turn.
Okay. So Pages will also start looking around, maybe some of these statues as well for any sort of arcane glyphs or something that might deactivate the wall of fire.
Well,
Trend.
looking
Yep.
around, the only things that seem like they may have some sort of mechanical stuff about it are, let's see. Let me see. Let me figure this out here. How to do this better. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. So those 3 structures appear like they could have something mechanical about them.
Okay, so Pages will investigate number 3 then.
All right. Let's see. It is a chest, and there is some sort of a catch on it that looks like you could press it with an action.
Pages will not, but will spend the rest of his movement walking over the rest of the city. Careful not to step on the buildings.
Okay.
That's my turn.
All right. 3 Jade, your turn.
Okay, I'll walk up. I'll sling him with another silver sling stone.
Missed.
And I will hide my face in shame over here.
Gorstag, your turn.
Gorstag will take 2 swings at this creature.
Oh, very
And
nice.
they hit.
And that's the end of his turn.
All right. Pharaohs, your turn.
I will try once again to investigate the sarcophagus for any clues.
Okay. You touch the sarcophagus, and you are able to discover that it is burningly hot. And you take 6 points of fire damage. Also, stepping into the stuff again, you take an additional 1. There does not appear to be anything at all mechanical about the sarcophagus. However, you can see that there is a lid on the sarcophagus.
Now, did the doppelganger climb out of the liquid or climb out of the sarcophagus?
Climbed out of the sarcophagus.
Can I try to push the lid off, or is
you are easily able to do that. And inside are some bones that look like they have been mummified. However, all of the mummified flesh has been eaten off. Scattered around the interior are ornaments once worn by the corpse. These include a stone box, 2 jade bracelets, an alabaster statuette of a god, the snake woman, mother of the gods, a stone box holding 5 small figurines carved of coral, a large jade thumb ring, 8 ceramic miniature flasks of perfume and essences. Cradled in the crook of the corpse's right arm is a baton of granite. It appears to be some sort of a scroll case. Upon the skull is a ferret-faced feathered mask, which appears to be magical.
So I would like to dump the bones into the hot liquid.
Okay.
I would like to loot everything else and with my remainder of movement, go over 2 pages and hand him the scroll.
Okay. Mick, your turn.
All right, rinse and repeat. Move over here. Viciously mock.
All right.
And move out of the way.
Fails it.
Make him a sad kitty.
All right, my turn. And in comes a claw. At disadvantage, missing. Next one is regular, missing as well. Laurelyn, your turn.
Okay. We'll try another firebolt.
That hits. And the were-jaguar crumbles into ashes and waste.
Oh, nice.
And with that, the oops, don't want to grab you. The wall of fire drops, revealing the room beyond. And you're out of initiative.
Oh, hey guys, how's it going on your side?
Pages is a little bruised, or a lot bruised. He points out a magical danger symbol appears over the flowing silvery liquid.
Laurelin, off to the left of the screen, in an alcove framed by pillars stands a stone bench on which a shriveled corpse huddles. Scattered around its feet are various trinkets.
Trinkets, my favorite.
And where there are labels there, 1, 2, 3. Let me change the dynamic lighting a bit here. Get rid of this thing I put up so you can see in and out. All right. Yes, there are trinkets scattered about the floor there.
I'll just start pawing through them.
All right. You're able to find an agate carved in the shape of a heart. Let's see, a miniature gold llama that looks very valuable. A ring of polished pink granite. A silver plaque bearing the face of the sun. All of this looks valuable. Give me a sec here. I gotta figure something out.
Nice. Relin will drink a potion.
Pages will also drink a potion. Big surprise there.
All right. And in the room there are 3 pyramids that appear to be mechanical, labeled 1, 2, and 3. Appear to have something to do with the room overall.
Mick comes back here and retrieves, I guess, one of the silver bullets.
All right.
Pages will start investigating the other 2 pyramids. Do they all appear to be containers?
They all appear to be containers of some sort. The one that you're looking at, number 2. Let's see. There's a lid that looks like it would be very easy to lift off. The top of the pyramid is basically just set on there like the top of a pot or something like that.
I'll step back a bit and send my familiar to lift the lid.
All right. The lid lifts off, and what would you like your familiar to do with it?
Set the lid down gently next to it.
All right. Are you going to look in?
I will look in through the eyes of my familiar.
It holds 9 coin necklaces, 8 bracelets of beads, 4 small figurines of jades and coral, and 3 rings carved of jade and alabaster, looking all very valuable.
Ho. Assuming there's no traps that I can see on this pyramid, I'll grab them.
Okay, you reach your feathered hand in, and something happens.
Okay.
A small mechanical vice grabs at your limb, and I need a dex save. Okay, you are now restrained by this, let's see, grappled by the device. And I need everybody to roll initiative.
Oh no.
I'm just really interested in this thing over here. I'll be there in a bit.
All right. Is everybody in? Okay, Laurelin, obviously you see your feathered friend with his wing caught in the
Cookie
in this
jar.
pyramid. Yeah, in the cookie jar, seemingly squawking and carrying on, feathers going everywhere.
Let's see. He's going to step over, obviously, the hot stuff. Move over here. He's going to look and see if he can. Does he think he can attack this without hurting Pages?
Not likely. You could
Not
try it.
likely. Okay. He will try it. At this point, this is about all he's got.
You hit it, and the shock waves of your bludgeoning thing reverberate throughout the pyramid and hit Pages. The pyramid does not appear to be damaged.
Okay.
But I take 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
That could have been
we'll
worse.
apologize and say that's not going to work. And he'll look at the rest of the party end of turn.
Okay. Mick, your turn.
All right. Mick will give Pages bardic inspiration, saying, "Now's your chance, kid. This is it. This is what you've been working for." And yeah, then okay, so that's a bonus action. As his action, he will use a mage hand, and you said that number 3 had like a button or a cache of some sort.
There is some sort of a like a little button on it.
Alrighty. Mick will use his mage hand to push the button.
Okay, the button is pushed, and a nozzle sprays out some foul-smelling perfume right at you. Let's see.
Right at Mick or right at the mage hand?
Right at Mick. It's kind of sprayed all in a big circle around there, but Mick is the only one close enough. And 4 darts fire out. And let's see. One of them goes towards Mick. I'll see where the other ones go, but one for sure gets to go towards you because I got to do this. This can be fun. That probably misses you.
Yep.
Another dart flies up towards Gorstag. Oh, that hits.
That will miss.
Oh, a 21 misses. Wow.
He's a 22 armor class.
Wow. Another one flies at the next closest person, which is Pharos. 17 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, so it does a total of 5 points of piercing damage. Vicious thing. And the final one can fly, and the next closest person is Pages. Flies towards Pages. 22 to hit.
That is a hit.
And it does. Pow. 6 points of piercing damage on this poor crow. So now you've got a dart sticking out of your butt and everything else. But Mick, you can clearly see that there is some treasure inside the chest. Gorstag. Yep, go ahead.
Was there, I hate to bring it up, but the nasty smelling stuff, did that do anything?
No, it's just cats. I don't know if you've ever sprayed perfume around a cat, but
Okay.
Uh,
So, yeah.
it smells horrible.
So Gorstag, 5, 10, 15, hop 20, 25, hop over next to Pages,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll give him the 5 points of lay on hands that I had intended to give him
Okay.
for hit points.
Hooray!
All right. Pages, your turn. You are restrained into there. You can try to escape.
I will try to escape.
Okay. Let's see. So it'd
Can I make
be.
an acrobatics? Or is it
I
just
think
like a
it's going
regular
to be
grapple?
yeah. No, this is different. This is a mechanical grapple.
Okay.
It's not a. It's not. So it'd be athletics.
Can I have my owl assist me? As it attempts to pull the mechanism away from my hand.
What is the strength of the owl?
Strength of 3, you can lift 45 pounds.
I don't think that's enough.
Alright, so you wanted athletics?
Yeah. Oh boy.
And I guess that's not worth using a bardic inspiration on.
Yeah, I don't think there's any way you could hit it.
Alright, that's my turn.
3 Jade, your turn.
Okay, I'm going to use the mage hand to use the thieves' tools to free Pages.
Let's see. Hold on a second.
Going to try to disable the trap that he's stuck in, like break
Try
the
to disable
mechanism
it.
or open it up. Yep.
Well, you would be able to give him advantage on escaping if you did that with your action. The next time he tries to escape. It doesn't list anything about disabling this particular one, but you would give him advantage on getting away next time.
Sure, I'll go for it.
All right. And
Man!
yeah. Oh, you definitely gave him advantage. In fact, he will escape next turn, auto escape. With that, I mean, I have to give you something for a crit.
Woo.
30. Okay. Yeah, that's it for me. I'll just
At
stay
his
here
next turn,
wave.
you applied some grease or something. Pharaohs, your turn.
So while everybody is out helping Pages, I would like to, and Mick has already investigated this pyramid treasure thing, so I would like to go all the way around to number 1. And stick my hand inside and see if there's a trap.
Well, the lid is jammed for whatever reason. You could try to force it open.
I would like to do that.
All right. I would like a athletics check. You successfully force the lid open, and it holds 10 necklaces, 6 pairs of jade earplugs. Let's see. An alabaster statuette and an agate ring, all appearing to be valuable, which are easily looted without any consequences. Okay, it is initiative count 0, and 6 needles spring out of the chest. To it.
Which one?
The one that Pages is currently attached to.
Oh no.
Out of character, has anybody run this before? Because it doesn't say how to do this exactly.
Nope.
I have, but we never got to this part of it.
Yeah, this happened to... I think they just hit automatically if you're caught.
I'll
yeah,
take
but
him.
that'd be... You don't want to. I think
Or maybe
would-
they
it
were
would
maybe
auto
they were
hit-
an attack roll.
well,
I
I
think
think
maybe it didn't
it would
hit.
probably auto hit the person that's caught, and then on the other sides of it, it would probably have to do a melee attack against Pharos and Laurelin. So, so that's 2 needles apiece. That's probably fair. Pages, a needle pierced you, dealing 1 piercing damage. And I need a Constitution saving throw.
I will cash in my I will do my bardic inspiration on
Alright.
this. Should you use the regular inspiration?
So for the first one,
And is that a D8, Mick?
Yes, D8.
roll. You can roll it. I don't think you'll make it even with an 8.
Well, there's your 8.
Nice roll.
Crack.
22 points of poison damage.
All right, I'm unconscious, but I am not dead.
All right. So you are technically at 0 hit points, correct?
I am actually at 0 hit points.
All right. Well,
Yes.
the
Oh, am I asleep for 5,000 years again?
no, you're just poisoned, and you have to repeat that every 24 hours.
I see.
The second needle malfunctioned and passed through a feather and did not damage you. Okay, so at let's see, I'd just say it's an average type thing. So first needle at Pharos is a 17 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, so I need a Constitution saving throw. Fails it. Boy, this is not fun. Give me a second here. It's
Well, good thing we got a rope trick still up for a short rest if we want to take one. Poison or no.
Yeah, that might be nice. I'm for it.
you would take 17 poison damage and 1 piercing damage, and you are poisoned. And the next one comes missing. 1 at Laurelin. 18 to hit Laurelin. Misses.
Yes.
Second one is a miss. And with that, the trap disengages and breaks. And you have an unconscious crow at your feet. Let's see.
I'll pour a healing potion in him.
Yep.
I'll use the mage hand to pour a healing potion in him. I don't think I want to go over there.
All right.
And once the healing potion's poured in, Gorstag will use his final lay on hands to cure poison on Pages.
Okay.
As soon as he wakes up, he's like, "No, do Pharos." That's probably more useful in a metagamey sort of way.
You're more likely to die than taking the poison damage.
Oh, fair enough.
All right. So this all happens. There's also a bunch of treasure inside that chest that Pages just got almost killed by. So I assume you're going to loot the room, which you can now do safely.
Yeah, Pages will pull the floating sarcophagus. Well, actually, this molten metal. What metal is it?
Go ahead and look at it.
He'll flick a bit out with the tip of his dagger, and when it hardens, poke around at it.
It never quite hardens. It's just a hot silvery metal of some sort.
I see. And with a ray of frost, does it ever cool down enough to a hard consistency?
With a ray of frost, it hardens briefly and then turns back into a molten metal.
And out of character, it's is it like mercury where it's like room temperature molten?
Like that,
Or
only it's
supernaturally hot.
supernaturally hot, and it's like mercury if mercury's melting point was minus 200 Kelvin.
Okay.
So it's always going to be a liquid, like that.
Mm-hmm. And the stone throne. You said there was a body next to it.
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
There was a body. It appears to have been ritually sacrificed.
So it's not wearing the vestments of a priest or something like that.
No, it was a young boy. A young boy. If you do a religion check, I can tell you more. You're able to tell that in this culture, especially since you comprehend the language now, this was a geisa, a boy chosen at birth to be sacrificed to the sun upon his coming of age. And his heart has been cut out.
And there was something about a feather weasel mask.
There was a feathered mask that was on the corpse in the coffin.
And we
Put it on.
took that as well. Yeah, because Pharos looted all of those things, right? Before he dumped the corpse in the
Yep.
molten
Yep.
liquid.
It appears to be magical. And there are also some clay pots on the porch that are sealed with wax that can also be looted.
While presumably someone is looting those, Pages is going to start looking around this diorama to see if this is our own actual location. Like one of these shrines might correspond with the shrine that we were looking for, or that we see a shrine in the distance when we first came here, or were we just
it was like
a
big pyramid.
Okay.
In the distance.
Pages has keen mind.
Uh-huh.
And remembers that pyramid quite well. Does that match any of the pyramids here?
It does, but your dungeon master doesn't know which one.
Okay. Pages will go to the unspecified one that does match. And is that one of the ones that opens?
Yeah, they're all three open now.
And that one that matches, is there anything that he can learn about the dungeon layout by studying that model?
Yes. From studying the model very closely, you're able to determine that the bottom layer, which you're almost out of, appears to have a mechanism for poison gas. Don't ask me what that is. Crows understand. I don't. And then the next layer doesn't seem to have that. And there are various tombs and shrines all throughout here that are difficult to say exactly what they are.
So out of character, since I have keen mind, does that mean that I know the layout of the dungeon now?
Not exactly, because it's a model, and and a whole bunch of it would be missing. Because it's a chest, okay. So you kind of get the idea, right. But it is a chest. It's not a.
It's not actual, a model first and a chest second.
Yeah, exactly.
I get you.
But you get some idea about what it is.
All right.
I'm gonna carefully break open all those other the sealed jars with the mage hand, standing back, make it
Okay.
warning everybody when I'm about to do them.
And you're
So
able
I'll
to
stand back
loot
from them.
an enormous amount of stuff from it.
Sweet.
Right as she gives the warning, Pages just crawls back up into his hidey hole.
All right.
Should we take a short rest up in there for as long as we can?
I would say that you would get a short rest out of it. What's the duration of the spell?
1 hour.
Not enough time has passed that you would be affected
Significant.
by that. Yeah. So, take advantage of your short rest.
Right. And Mick will sing a song of rest. So
Can I tell you how fun that was?
Oh, that was, yeah.
Yeah, I think Pages can tell you how fun that was.
And Mick, and all the other people.
yeah.
Nick, your song is 8 or 6?
D8.
Thank you.
So what does that do? I forget.
An extra D8 on if you spend any hit dice, you get an extra D8 of healing.
Okay.
Once.
Well, oh man, I didn't even need it.
Yeah, so that's why Pages always keeps a rope tied around his waist, so he can just emergency ascender into rope trick, but he is now out of spells for the most part.
As is Gorstag.
Yep.
Perhaps we should look for a way up and out of here.
Oh wait, just kidding, I have Arcane Recovery.
I have 1 spell left.
So after our hour, Mr. DM, the poison gases.
Maybe they don't come into the rope trick?
They don't come into the rope trick. So you avoided it this hour.
Yeah. We're extra
Oh,
planar.
nice.
Yeah. But as soon as the hour is up, pop, you're back into the room, but you did not take the poison damage from the gas.
Okay. I'd also like to spend an extra 10 minutes, either as part of the rest or after it, to cast Identify on some of these items that we have found.
How many can you identify?
So each casting of Identify is 10 minutes, because I'm casting it as a ritual.
Mm-hmm.
You choose one object that you must touch throughout the casting of the spell. So for 10 minutes.
Okay.
And let's see. We had the whistle. We had the mask. Was there? And there's the dagger. Is there anything else that is that we sense as magical?
Oh, there's some scrolls and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Perhaps we should wait till the air is clear before you take the next half hour.
I forget. Am I allowed to do that as part of a short rest?
No, you can't
remember.
cast while you're resting. Otherwise, I would have a nice new familiar.
Yep, that makes sense.
Yeah. I mean, you can. It's like you could spend some amount of time, but I forget. It's only like it's not much of the time that you can spend casting. I don't think it's 10 minutes.
All right, so I'll save that for another time. I will take in the meantime, if the whistle is attunable, I will attune to it because I know that I can do that during a short rest.
Let me show you what you found. Let's see.
Anyone else want to turn to this cursed dagger or ritual dagger?
The way you describe it, it makes it sound so desirable.
You know, it looked like it has a history of killing cats, so I'm gonna pass. That's a wondrous item.
Wondrous indeed.
Oh man, until you talk, well, Pages is set.
Except for all those vocal components.
Yeah, well.
Do we end up looting Pyramid 3 over here?
We did.
Yeah,
that was the
you
one that
looted
you
the-
did with the perfume and the darts.
You guys look far too healthy. I think you should keep going.
That'll change soon.
So, do any of these paths slope upwards?
The path that slopes upwards is headed back into the main room there. That one slopes upwards.
Perhaps that's the direction we should head.
Yeah, I guess so.
Pages
Oh yeah, we never did
still,
go to the gods.
Cat worshippers.
Yeah, let's go.
For the sake of the party, Pages will wait till this hallway is clear, but then he will investigate the door with the conjoined circles to search it for traps, and then he will attempt to open it.
You open it, and there were no traps. And let's see, what did it reveal here? It was very difficult to open. It just revealed a small alcove, which is... One second. It was very, very difficult to open this door, but you were able to open it, and it reveals a small alcove.
And nothing in the alcove appears to be empty?
The alcove does appear to be empty. Oh boy. Okay, you... I don't know how to run this. Let me see. You get teleported, Pages. I gotta bring you
Bye,
somewhere.
Pages.
Can you control L me?
Control L? What does that mean?
What's the shortcut to pop my view to wherever my token is?
Oh, I'll get you there. Just a minute. I'm
Okay.
teleporting you right now.
Oh, good.
All right.
Hey guys, anybody seen Pages lately?
Yeah, I thought he was right behind us.
All right. I gotta read this. I wasn't expecting you guys to do that.
It's It's room 15. I don't know which room 15 is. But that's the one
yeah, I know. It's right. You get right here. You got teleported all the way to here.
Oh boy.
Actually, right here. No. West end. So you got teleported all the way back.
No, the west end is south.
Oh yeah.
Because north is left.
So you got teleported to here.
Oh, good. Well, at least I know where I am. So Pages will start finding his way back. He will dismiss any light he has and do it stealthily in case there are any other denizens of the dungeon that might be popping up.
So guys, we're gonna have to do this kind of turn-based now. So
Okay, I'll keep back.
Just roll initiative here. It's the only way I know how to run this, and then we'll have to run. Everybody takes a turn until he finds his way back. But you would know your way back. It's just you'll have to move your speed and be a little careful, and something could happen. I'll have to have you roll that.
Something always does.
Wow, this is a trapped ass place.
Yeah, now I gotta see if Alex the player remembers where all the traps are.
You can get the map out. Alright. Let's see, descending order.
And on the plus side, we already triggered the trap in that alcove, so at least you don't have to break your way out of it again.
Oh, that's right. The
yeah.
bars,
Oh no, that was 3 Jade stuck in there, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. That was fun. I liked that. All right, Laurelyn, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, let me... Sorry, I gotta zoom back into this area.
You should be...
Yeah. 5 and 20, He's going to look around, see if he can see anything interesting about these
They're
statues.
statues.
Here.
Yeah. They are statues, and I'd have to remind myself, they're painted vivid, lifelike colors: red, black, white, green, and yellow. They're holding hatchet-headed polearms facing, let's see, the western doors. So I think they mean these right here.
Okay.
Anything else?
No, just gonna look around for anything, whatever he can perceive.
Okay. All right. Mick, your turn.
All right, Mick will move up here and use his mage hand to attempt to open double doors.
All right. Let me see. The double doors open quite easily, revealing a passageway beyond.
Alrighty, that ends my turn.
All right. 3Jade, your turn.
Okay, I want to examine these statues, make sure, like look for any signs that they can move, that they're jointed, that they're going to poke us with something.
Okay. They look pretty much like statues.
Okay, well then I'm going to walk through the doors.
All right.
Peek out through that corridor.
All right. So your token gets to right there, and you stepped on a pressure plate. Ooh! So they pivoted out of the walls, and they block the passageway with the blades facing northward. So they're like that.
So now we have 2 party members cut off.
Well, at least you know where I am, and I can see you guys. Hi.
They're there. There's barely enough room for a medium humanoid to crawl under the crossed polearms. Do you want to do anything else? Do you want to continue your movement?
Well, I want to, yes, but I am gonna creep along very stealthily.
All right. Okay. Okay, you enter a room. A rush of warm, fetid air greets you. The room is lit with a sanguine glow, or red, I guess they would say, if you were not using fantasy language. On the wall opposite the door are tacked several human skins. A cat o' nine tails hangs behind them. To the west of the room, or south, the room widens to accommodate a statue that towers almost to the ceiling. The statue is an ogre-like figure, outfitted in flayed skins and adorned with skulls, with a gaping mouth wide enough to swallow a horse whole. It is seated atop a huge basin of red-hot coals, more than 10 feet in diameter. Around the statue is a pile of splintered bones, skulls with cracked skulls that are cracked, and broken weapons. In front of the display crouches a panther, deathly still, facing away from the statue. To the east, the walls are highly polished. They loosely enclose an intricately carved well that seems to be illuminated from within, so you can see that it's actually to your north. Beyond the well, mounted on the wall, is a blackened mirror with a richly ornamented frame. Directly above the well, in a 25-foot high ceiling, a 5-foot wide opening can be discerned in red light out of the room. So directly above that So give me just a second to read here.
Okay. Well, I'll just whisper back to everyone what I am seeing.
So yeah, so directly above that well, you can see 25 feet above it, opening into the ceiling, is a hole.
Okay. Well, like I said, I'll let everyone know what I see, and that'll be it for me.
Okay. Next is Pages.
Pages will dash.
Okay, move to the appropriate place.
That's it.
All right, and roll me a. Let me see. I got to do this. The book here. I got to look it up. Roll me a d12. Oh, nothing happens. All right. Next to act is Pharos.
He may still be grabbing the groceries per his message.
Okay. We'll come back to him. Gorstag, you can go.
Okay, so Gorstag will look to the doorway. Does this hallway look like it's sloping up?
Which, no, it doesn't. It's flat.
Okay. And 3J just whispered back that she saw something, but not that she was being attacked or anything.
Yeah.
Nope. It's safe. It's just creepy.
All right, so he's gonna look. He's gonna listen up at this door, just to listen to see if there is anything out there for his action.
Okay, listening at the door. Even with a crit, you do not hear anything.
Okie doke.
All right. Laurelin.
Does it look like I can get past these?
There's just enough room to try to squeeze underneath it.
Okay. You will try that?
Okay, I would need a dexterity check.
Dexterity check. That's not good for me. Does guidance work on checks?
I don't know.
Yeah, guidance is for checks.
Yeah, it's just for
guidance.
checks.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
Do you still have it? Oh wait, you can cast it yourself, right?
Yep.
Yeah, okay.
Yep. Okay, so I will cast it on myself.
And you were easily able to
wow.
squeeze underneath it.
Okay. Was that extra movement?
Nope.
Okay. 20. And ask if you're okay. To 3 Jade.
Yeah. Like I said, just creepy. And I'll
You
kind of
see
avoid all the weird
a
stuff.
live panther pacing back and forth in front of this statue and growling at you.
Go that way. End of turn.
All right. Mick, your turn.
All right. Mick will come here and he's going to attempt to lift those pole arms. See if he
Okay.
can open the path back up.
So as soon as you touch them, you are immediately shocked. So everybody sees a cat with turned blue, and you see like a flashing skeleton underneath. And you take 4 lightning damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw. Oh, sadly, you are paralyzed and in contact with them.
Alrighty.
All right. 3 Jade, your turn. You saw a cat, like, turn transparent and blue and flashing skeleton underneath.
I'm gonna run up and try to poke him, so he's not in contact with them anymore with the quarterstaff.
All right. You're able to do that. And you push him back probably 5 feet is probably about as far as you could get.
Okay. Then, well, I'm not gonna, he doesn't look like he's gonna be, taking any more damage, right?
Yeah. Remember, there is a nice hole in the ceiling that goes up.
Yeah. Well, that's thing number 2, is I'm gonna walk over there and I'm gonna command the rope of climbing to go up in that hole and find something to tie itself to.
All right. That happens. It's tied there.
And that's it.
Okay.
I'll just kind of point at it and wink to Laurelin. Like, yeah.
Okay. All right. Pages, do your movement. Pharos, your turn. He's not back yet.
I guess Gorstag will try to go. His full movement's 30, so he'll go there and guess we'll wait for his next turn to be able to try a check to get through. So that's end of turn.
All right. Laurelin, your turn.
Laurel, go over here and look. And how far up does this go?
25 feet, and the rope disappears into the ceiling.
Disappears into the ceiling?
Well, because there's a hole in the ceiling, it disappears up,
okay.
up the hole.
Laurel is not very dexterous or strong, unfortunately.
It's a rope of climbing, though, so you can climb it with no problem.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Then he will climb and see if he can see anything up there.
All right. You were easily able to climb up. And just a second.
And I disappear.
Hold on a second.
That looks friendly.
Yeah, so you're a little bit surprised by something. I have to get something up here. I love split parties.
Yeah, it always turns out well, doesn't it?
Yeah, see, we're just trying to make your day interesting. We're thinking about you.
Let me see something here. Gosh.
Well, I was just going to peek, so.
Well, as soon as
saw something.
As soon as you peeked through, something happened.
Okay.
So he swings at your head. Boom. And swings again. Boom. I would guess both of those miss.
Yes, sir.
So you climbed 25 feet up. How much movement do you have left?
Can't be much, if anything.
All right. All right. So, are you done?
So this normally climbing is what, half movement? So this rope does what? I'm not sure about the characteristics of the rope.
You were able to climb. I think you're able to climb as if you're walking, right? Is that right? 3J?
Hang on, I'm just checking it. I don't remember.
Okay.
Let's see. Knots. That doesn't say. I think you could just climb it with. Oh, it grants advantage to checks made to climb it. I thought you could just climb it without a check. I'm sorry.
All right. Well, next time we'll run it that way. I forgot.
But if it was
I forgot,
half
'cause I can
movement,
climb it
probably wouldn't have
because,
made it up there. So, yeah, I'm not sure. We'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, we'll just leave it at that, and then next time we'll run it different.
Okay.
Because I was going by the other information. So you're there.
Okay.
Probably out of movement.
Yep.
Anything else?
No, sir.
All right. Mick, your turn. You are prone, ass up, tail twitching.
All right. Mick will stand up. Do these blades look like they would be more than 5 pounds?
Yeah, a lot more.
All right. Then Mick will attempt to wiggle through.
All right.
It's a dex check.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God. Easy. Easily wiggled through.
All right. Then, yeah, that will be all of his movement. That's his turn.
All right. 3 Jade. You probably would have perceived a huge glaive clanging into the floor next to Laurelin's head.
Okay, but I can't see anything else up there.
No, you can't see where it's at.
Okay, well, I do get to move my full speed climbing because I'm a cat. So I am going to spring up the rope and attack whatever is up there.
All right.
And use my double movement kitty thing because I can.
All right. Whoa! So you pop out on the floor right there is where you'd pop out.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And let's see. You missed.
Oh, well, I don't like that.
Anything else?
Let's see. Okay, so I am going to use my bonus action to disengage, and I'm going to move halfway down the rope because that's how much movement I have left.
Okay.
I think.
All right. Pages, your turn.
All right. There you go.
All right. Pharos, are you back? Has to get those steaks into the freezer. Gorstag, your turn.
Gorstag will attempt to go through.
All right. Gorstag makes it.
Was not expecting that to happen, given his plate mail wearing weighs, but 20, 25, 30. And then, did that take an action to get through there? Or does he
No,
still
that was just, you still have an action.
Okay, so he will dash 35, 40, and then he can get 10 feet up the rope.
Okay. So you're 10 feet up, and she's halfway down, so she's just above you, I guess. So there's two people on the rope. Give me a second here. So you're 10 feet up. All right. It's my turn. Let's see. Laurelin is on the rope too, is he not?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so my Oni casts Sleet Storm over the hole and on the rope. And let's see, it's 20 feet high and it fills. Oh my gosh, let me look it up again. I just had it. So here's what it does. It does this. Pow. So it's a 20-foot cylinder, 20 foot tall, 40 feet radius, and the cylinder starts at the hole and goes downward and fills the a 40-foot radius. So let me figure here. So this entire area is filled with sleet, and it's heavily obscured, and it's covered with slick ice and is difficult terrain. So you guys, so Laurelin is on the rope and it's slick, and you need to make a dexterity saving throw. Just a sec here, I gotta figure out. Doesn't say what his DC is exactly. DC, you need a DC 13, I believe, dexterity saving throw.
This could be interesting.
Oh, you failed and fall 25 feet prone and land on top of the well. So I believe that's 2d6 bludgeoning damage. 2, 3, so 5 total bludgeoning damage.
Okay.
Let's see. Gorstag, I need a dex save. You are 10 feet up.
On my turn, or are we waiting till...
No, you started your turn. Yeah, well, you are in it for the first time, so you need a dex save.
Okie doke.
You were able to hold on to the rope.
Nice.
And 3 Jade, you as well. DC 13, not good enough. You fall 15 feet and splat onto the side of the well, taking 2 points of bludgeoning damage. Oh no! I believe that ends my turn. Laurelin, let's see. Did you fall or you didn't?
Yeah, I fell,
Okay.
so I'd be down. I'd be on this other layer, or
Yep.
this. I'd be down here somewhere.
So you are currently prone.
Okay. I will stand up,
Okay.
and this whole area is covered pretty much.
Yep. That square. Well, all the way down to here is difficult terrain.
Okay. So that was half movement. He'll move really slow to this one. End of turn.
Okay. All right, Mick, you started your turn. I need a dex save. You are not prone, but it is very, very cold. Your fur is getting icicles on it.
All right. Whew. So I don't have any idea what's going on here. So do it. Well, okay, 10, 20, 25. Does the
Something else
kitty cat?
happens. The kitty cat now activates because you moved closer to it.
Oh,
And
good.
did you see the kitty cat before?
I don't think I would have, because it's the sleet storm
All right.
is bad vision. Or
Kitty cat's gonna do something. You are surprised by this cat. It's unbelievable. Let's see.
I thought we were friends.
You were until you moved closer to the altar. Let's see. Let's see. He's gonna back up as far as he can. No, he's not. He can't make that happen. So he's just gonna come up to you. He doesn't have enough room to do what he wants to do for reals. And he is going to try to bite you. Because you look tasty.
And that is a hit.
5 piercing.
Alrighty.
3 Jade, your turn.
Oh, I didn't get to do an action.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No problem. I am going to cast a hypnotic pattern on that kitty.
Okay. And I need a whiz save, is that right?
A wisdom save.
Naughty cat. You guys really stepped
DC
into
15.
it here. Oh, he crits it.
Oh my god, yeah. Alright, that's my turn.
Alright. Pages.
Nope, me.
Oh,
All right, I will.
No, wait, you skipped me.
oh, I did. How did you
Yep.
get skipped? Oh, okay. Let me just resort this. Just a second.
Yeah. 'Cause you
Um,
got off by one.
yeah.
There we go.
Sorry. 3
That's
Jade.
okay. Okay. Well,
You are laying on your back. Well, no, you're laying on your stomach. That's prone.
I will stand up
Okay.
and yeah, there's not really any reason for me to stand here, so I'll just start moving to the what is that, west.
Yeah. Okay.
And I will ready an action to stab anything hostile if it comes within stabbing range.
All right. Okay. All right. Pages, your turn.
I just took my movement.
Okay. Pharaohs, you momentarily got distracted by something in the room, some statue you thought winked at you, but now you're back.
So is this like a weird cube thing, trap or no?
Yeah, so basically what happened is there's a couple statues here, and this cube thing here is crossed axis, and there's just enough room underneath it for somebody to try to squeeze through. On the other side of that is a sleet storm, a storm of howling wind and sleet is going on in there.
Since I have winged boots, can I fly over this section, or do I have to squeeze underneath?
They block it really. Let me just double check that. I think it says the only way is to crawl underneath.
I will dash 60 and then crawl underneath here if I have to.
Okay, dexterity check. to avoid the blades. You made it. Now this area that you just stepped into, this here, is heavily obscured, and the second that you entered it, I need, let's see, you entered a sleet storm, which does this. So, since you stepped into it, I need a dexterity saving throw. Ah, you fall prone there.
Unless you let me have a danger sense, but if I didn't know that it was a sleet storm, then it would be without advantage.
No, you would have advantage. You're right. So you did not fall prone. However, the rest of it is difficult terrain.
Once I crawl out of, like, underneath the trap, can I activate my winged boots then and just use the rest of my normal movement as flying?
I would think so. I think, isn't there something... Yeah, you can fly in through that. It doesn't say you can't. And if you're not touching the ground, then technically you wouldn't have to make saving throws. However, it's you can't really see anything. Anything
It's
else?
also still difficult terrain if he's flying too.
Oh, it is, okay. So it's difficult terrain if you're flying, but not... I would read that you wouldn't have to make dex saves. Alright, so you did a dash. Anything else?
I don't get bonus action, so that's it.
Gorstag, you are ass up, lying on the ground at the base of this thing.
I am on a rope.
Oh, you are?
10 feet in the air.
That's right. You want to go up or down?
I'm going to go up.
You started your turn on the rope, however. So,
I did, but I've already made my save, but I'll try to make it again, even though I shouldn't have to. Oof.
You fell 10 feet.
Alright.
And landed prone, taking 4 bludgeoning damage.
Okay. The rope is 20 feet high, right?
Well, it's 25 feet up to the ceiling.
Oh, 25 feet up. Okay.
Yeah.
Hold on 1 second. Let me just take off the damage. What do you guys want to do?
Go away from the hole and make it chase us.
Sure. So Gorstag will just crawl 15 feet.
All right.
Back towards where he thinks we came from.
All right. My panther wants to take another bite of this cat that's sitting right in front of him. Kapow!
Ow.
For 3 piercing. Now my guy comes. And, what does he want to do? He's going to drop his concentration on the spell. The sleet storm goes away.
I wanted him to come down the rope while the spell was still going.
That would have been good.
And, let's see, what does he want to do? Decides to fly down and hover near the ceiling. So he's 10 feet tall. He's 15 feet off the ground currently. So that was 10 feet movement. Let's see, what else does he want to do? Hmm. And he goes invisible. and then moves a little bit more. All right. Lurlin, your turn.
Cannot see that guy. Can he see the kitty down there at the end?
If you moved 5 feet, you would.
Okay. Actually, I'll move another 5 feet right there.
And what would you like to do?
Oh, I fired a firebolt at the cat.
At the cat? Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. That I believe hits and kills the cat. Dead kitty.
And he will yell out, "Dion's flying above us." End of turn.
All right. Mick, your turn.
Okay, so here's something that has not come up for me before. Could I cast Fairy Fire in a 20-foot cube above the heads of 3 Jade and Norlin?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Do you just pick a 20-foot cube?
Yeah, you can target any 20-foot cube that you can see.
Well, draw it.
So, like that general area,
Okay.
5 feet higher, or
Yeah.
above 3 Jade and Norlin.
Hold on a second.
All right.
Okay.
So if that works, it would be a DC 15 Dex save if anybody happens to be in there.
All right. Fails it.
All right. So now there is a pretty violet outline of of something.
Yeah, but still invisible technically. So you wouldn't have disadvantage.
No, it can't benefit from being invisible.
Say that again?
It doesn't benefit from being invisible. We do have advantage when we attack it.
Okay.
The
That's part of
final
Fairy Fire.
thing from the Fairy Fire description.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. That was smart.
Yes.
All right. Pow. So he is floating currently at with his head touching the ceiling. It's 25 feet tall, so the bottom of his feet are off the ground, about 10 feet.
Okay, so he's not within stabbing range. He's going to get a short bow.
All right.
20?
20.
20.
Yeah, so yes, that hits.
And I get the sneak attack, so that is 18.
All right.
And I feel okay being here. I'm going to stay right here.
All right. 18. All right, let's see. All right. Pages, your turn.
Run, Paige.
Oh, he was there.
Run.
Yep. That is what I do.
Let's see how far away. Oh my god.
Yeah, I think at this point I'm going to start yelling for Pages and being like, Pages, where are you? Get in here. We need help.
Yeah. That would make sense. All right. Pharos, your turn.
So this thing is now visible.
Yep.
I will activate my first rage. And
You don't have the reach. He's 15 feet off the ground.
I will use my winged boots and fly up there.
Oh, okay. All right.
Winged boots don't use an action.
That's right. That's right. Okay, so you're flying. Now you're physically within combat range. Okay. So both of those, I believe, would hit. So for a total of
Nice.
And that 1d4 is necrotic damage, and just in case, he can't regenerate if he can.
Okay. Okay, so it's okay. Give me a sec. Math is hard. I'm gonna need this anyway. All right. Gorstag, your turn.
Gorstag will stand up, take a step back, and will chuck a javelin.
Okay. Oh gosh, yes, that hits.
And that is the end of his turn.
Okay. My turn now. Well, there's somebody directly in combat with me, so that would make sense to swing on that. So, number 1, number 2. So let's see, that is against Pharos. So your AC is 17.
Correct.
So the first one would hit for 15 slashing, but you're raging, so that's probably going to do something else. Okay, Laurelin, your turn.
Okay. Laurelin's can't do much, but attack from afar. He will fire a firebolt.
Yes, that hits. Does 14 damage.
End of turn.
Mick.
All right. Since I'm on the ground, can I get by him without an attack of opportunity, or would he still?
Well, he's 15 feet up. Yeah, I would say probably you can.
Okay. Then I would just angle over here and cast Vicious Mockery at him. Haha, you're purple.
Big purple. All
You
right.
big purple dummy.
Exit.
Alrighty, that's my turn.
3 Jade.
Okay, I'm just going to shoot at him. Not with a rapier, I'm not. Hang on, let me try that again.
It hits.
So 23.
All right.
And I'm still happy here, so I'm done.
Well, like a dart.
Pages moving. And Pharos, your turn.
Oh, and 3J, it looks like you're missing your dex mod from your rapier.
Yeah, I just noticed that. That's weird. Oh, no. That's weird. It's just not working.
If I'm still in the air with this thing, then I will repeat my attacks.
Yep. Hit. hit. And it dies. And that is the conclusion of the adventure. I'm assuming that you would loot the hell out of everything and that Pages would eventually come back. If Pages wishes to, please move your token back to where the rest of the party is.
Oh, hooray!
Oh, there you are, Paige.
So I've got
Where have you been?
some calculations to do. Before that, I will say to the stream people, thanks for watching, and I'm going to conclude our adventure today. Join us in the near future, perhaps even next Sunday at 10 a.m.